So get deep, going deep, Chad and JT.
What's up, Stokers of Stoke Nation? This is Chad Kroger coming in, K, whatever you want to say. Hey. With the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast, we got episode 53. 53 coming in hot. Sorry it's a day late, dudes. I'm here with my compadre, Jean Thomas. What up?
What up, dude? Boom, clap, Stokers.
Boom, clap, my dogs. Wow. Sorry for the delay. We're dealing with a little bit of a stomach bug.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah, it was rough. Still is. I'm still sore, achy.
Yeah. For me, it happened to me first in Miami. Saturday morning, I woke up at like 6 a.m. and just boked. I thought it was because I was raging hard. I'm like, and so, you know, in my mind, I'm like, good job, Chad. Like, way to get after it. And then I started getting like the chills later in the day, and I'm like, I don't think this is a hangover. So, or it was a combo of the two. It was not pleasant.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were laying on the couch Saturday night.
Yeah.
And you looked like you could not be moved.
I remember you're like, I'm like, dude, I don't think this is from the hangover. And you're like, you think you got after it hard? I'm like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I thought you were just hungover.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, you know, like when your system gets thrown out of whack. But then when it caught up to me on the plane ride home and I threw up all over that guy's Uber,
yeah.
I was like, no, there's something going on here.
Yeah. I think that was a telltale sign.
Yeah. The Uber driver was super cool about it, too.
Super cool. He's like, it's okay. It's not a luxury car.
It happens. Yeah. And I threw up a lot, not to be gross, but
yeah, it was gross.
I haven't boked like that in a long time.
I threw up a lot, too. I had like churros in it before, and I can't eat tacos or churros for a long time.
Yeah, I pounded all that cheesecake before the plane ride, and now cheesecake's not in my diet for the next couple of years at least.
Dude, maybe that was a sign from, you know, the universe. It's like, guys, stop eating carbs and sugar, and I'm gonna prove it to you right now. I'm gonna make you guys boke exactly what you just shouldn't have eaten right now.
The god of ketosis.
Yeah, he's like, why aren't you eating eggs? I'm going to make you boke.
Well, God, I appreciate you looking out for my figure and keeping me lean.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry you had to teach me this lesson in such a brutal fashion.
Dude, I'm stoked on the weight loss. And I was like in Miami, I'm like, at least I feel like I fit in right now because I'm really shedding the calories hard.
Yeah, you were looking ripped.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, I'm bummed out that I got sick coming off Miami because I was really looking forward to showing everybody my tan.
Yeah.
And especially because it's raining in Los Angeles, I feel like everybody's at their pastiest.
Yeah.
So I was really going to stand out, but unfortunately it was not to be. I had to just lay on my couch more bronze than ever.
Dude, yeah, at least you looked good on that couch.
For sure.
But, dude, like, honestly, I'm just going to throw a suggestion out there. Maybe you should hit the booth, get that like shine back, and then hit the town now that you're better.
Yeah, I haven't been in the tanning booth in a decade or so.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it's time to go back and
just to get that glow, just to get that post Miami glow, so you can show it off.
I don't like the way those lights look.
Yeah.
Those long tube lights with that bright. I mean, you got to wear goggles.
Yeah,
they put those goofy little goggles on you.
Yeah, I went to one time, and when they turn them on, it's like, it sounds like a fucking nuclear reactor coming out. It's like, and you're like, I got to get in this thing.
Yeah, it's like what they use to kill like vampires or aliens. You know, they're like, hit them with the UV light.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just looks too intense for my human skin. But that's what gives you the bronze, baby.
You know, you gotta, no pain, no gain.
Yeah, no free lunch.
Yeah, for sure.
Miami was, how'd you like Miami?
I love Miami. It's in my top 2 cities for sure. Nice. I've decided after Miami, I'm never living above wherever Los Angeles is. I'm never living above that line, ever.
Like geographically or sea level wise?
Both.
Nice.
Yeah. Because I don't like cold. I like the sun. I like to, I like the the lifestyle that's like look good and get after it.
Nice. That's a good summarization.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Miami?
I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like my favorite city ever.
It's awesome.
I love that it feels like a party could break out at any second.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you could be at the mechanic getting your car worked on, and then like someone just turns up the boombox a little bit,
Yeah.
and then everyone just starts moving.
Yeah. Dude, the whole time I was there, literally, I was playing Will Smith's Miami in my dome. It was just on repeat the entire. Even when I was sick, like even when I was like boking, and then in my mind I'm like, "Welcome to Miami."
Buenvenido a Miami.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Yeah. So, it was nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Good seeing the gang.
What else is going on? I drank Pepto-Bismol for the first time. I was stoked on that.
Ever?
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought, it was pink. I thought it'd be like a bubblegum flavor, but it was like black licorice.
The taste of it?
Yeah. Which was interesting. I'm like, maybe you should switch up the color a little bit. Although it is inviting, It looks like a bubblegum. What about you? What's going on with you?
Nothing, man. Just been watching TV at home while I've been sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Killing Eve, and I watched The Bodyguard, and I watched this 90s movie called Lone Star that was very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being sick, the kind of upshot of it is that, like, I don't do anything, like, hedonistic. Like, I don't, like, smoke pot or drink or anything like that. And, like, I have to chill.
Yeah.
Like, I don't respond to text messages as much. I just lay there. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of like the most I've relaxed.
Yeah.
Because you're just, like, because my body was like, well, you can't do anything else. Just lay here. Like, if I moved, my stomach would get upset. So I just laid there.
For sure. I crushed a lot of Seinfeld.
Oh, nice.
I just watched Seinfeld. I love that show so much.
It's so funny.
It's so funny. It's still like, that'll be funny forever.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah. It's so good.
And then Maurice, like, would not be in the same room as me. He looked at me with real disdain.
Dude, I appreciated his attitude towards us. Because that's the way everyone should be around sick people.
Yeah, just get away from me.
Don't be nice about it.
Yeah, I woke up and he was spraying me with a Lysol bottle.
Dude, Joe would totally survive a plague.
Yeah, I think so.
He'd be like in medieval times in a castle. There's a bunch of Black Plague people behind him or surrounding him. He's like, get away from me. Ew. You're gross.
No, we're not going to the market together. You have an issue.
What, do you want to go to the jousting competition? Fuck off.
Right.
There's probably sick people there. Ew. I'm going to do 5-minute abs. 8-minute abs.
8-minute abs.
He would still do 8-minute abs even if he lived in medieval times.
8-minute abs. All right, you want to get into the topics?
Yeah.
What do we got? We got dude, I sent you this list of the most stressed cities in America. Pretty shocking. Coming in at number 1, the city we were just celebrating, Miami.
Dude, I think it's because you got to look good.
Right, just the pressure of keeping up with the Joneses there appearance-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you just got to look good. That's probably it. Because how do you get stressed in Miami?
I don't understand. I do not think Miami's more stressed out than Dallas or Houston or LA or New York.
Well, dude, when we were in D.C., it was a totally different vibe.
Yeah, DC's way more stressed out than Miami.
Yeah. And you got devious, Kevin Spacey characters or the House of Cards people there.
Right.
Up to no good.
Maybe, like, the people in DC are so tough from the cold and from the social climate there that they don't even acknowledge that they're stressed out. Whereas in Miami, everyone's having such a nice time that they're like, but I am stressed. But they're actually not stressed. They're just like, they're so used to not being stressed that when they are stressed a little bit, they feel it more intensely.
That makes sense.
Does that make sense? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or maybe people in like cities like these, they're a little more proud. Like, stressed? I'm not stressed. I'm good.
I'm not stressed. I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm just crushing it.
Yeah, because I don't even think DC's on this list. It's like DC's definitely in the top 25.
Yeah, because I'd say
it's number 18. Sorry, it's there.
I'd say you don't come off as too stressed, but if someone asks you, you'd be like, well, yeah, I got a lot going on right now.
Yeah, I would say I'm super stressed.
So you divulge a lot more.
Yeah.
info. Maybe it's your Latin roots.
Yeah, and that's what's going on in Miami too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
what's
if you
going
ask a Latin person, they're like, "Yeah, I'm fucking stressed."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Tina's doing whatever she's doing. I don't know.
But if you ask someone like from DC with
Uh,
those Anglo roots, they're like, "No, I've never been better."
Yeah.
But like they're like in like a burst blood vessel as they talk.
You
Yeah.
guys Chicago and me a bunch of Joes. You guys stressed? No. Get out of my face.
No, why would I be stressed? I don't get stressed.
Ew.
Yeah. There's like that line in Any Given Sunday where Jim Brown is playing the coach, and he's screaming at his players, and the team is the Miami Sharks, so it's fitting.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the players goes, "Coach, calm down. You're gonna have a heart attack." He goes, "I don't get heart attacks, motherfucker. I give them." I feel like that's like the DC vibe,
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Like I don't get stressed. I stress out.
Yeah.
All right, what about
Give stress.
did you watch this Gillette ad that's been all the rage in social media?
Yeah, I did. How'd you feel about it?
So basically in the ad, it's like it's a very modern ad. It's talking about like the Me Too movement and stuff. Like, and so Gillette's catchphrase used to be "the best a man can get," but they changed it after like 50 years to "the best a man can be." So basically, it's like aspirational about what we could be as men, and like how we're gonna shed our past of like sexual harassment, like unnecessary cruelty to one another, and like just kind of like having to act macho. And so it starts with all images and video and audio of that stuff, and then as the ad progresses, we see like these more evolved men like being like, "Hey, don't pick on people," or "Hey, be like nice to women," and stuff like that. And it's and then it's like because our kids are watching us, and they're gonna grow into the men we teach them to be. So it's a lot for a corporate ad, but I mean, you know, different companies have tried this stuff. But here are my feelings. I said it annoyed me, but then it made me cry. It did make me cry at the end when the dad like intervenes. There's like this mob chasing some like 10-year-old boy, and they're like gonna kick the shit out of him, and the dad like gets the kid out of there, and he's like he pushes the bullies away, and his son's watching. I was like, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. My biggest qualm too is I didn't learn anything about the product.
Yeah.
You know, like what's going on with the Mach 3? Like maybe there's a new model out there. Like I use the Mach 3 and it's really sick. And like I don't know if they're having more blades come out. Maybe there's a vibration thing that'll raise, you know, the stubble. Like what's going on with the product? You know? I think that's maybe the issue with a lot of these ads is like they're trying to spread a social message, but I'm like, yeah, but what about what you're selling?
Right.
You know? But Piers Morgan came out and he's pissed. He's like enough of this virtue signaling. I'm Piers Morgan and I will never use Gillette again. Oi. That's Australian. Blimey. Let boys be boys. Let men be men. And I'm like, it's a little heavy, Piers.
Yeah, I totally get being annoyed by it, but if you're a lifelong, like, if you've been using Gillette for 30 years,
Yeah.
and then that ad comes out, and then, you know, whoever does the shopping for Pierce, he's like, by the way, don't ever buy Gillette again for me.
Yeah.
I'm out. I mean, I don't even know what another shaving cream product is. I guess like Aveeno or something like
Yeah.
that. It seems like a bit drastic of a response,
Yeah.
but
And it hurt his brand, too, because, like, you would assume that a guy like him would use a straight blade, you know?
yeah.
It would be interesting if all these brands started going in this direction. Like, what if Mountain Dew came out with an ad on abortion?
Right.
Like, dude, I just want to go extreme. Like,
Yeah, I got to
You know-
think Mountain Dew's bad for a pregnancy.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. Then maybe they'd be like they'd be like, dudes, drink this if you want to, like, if you want to shoot blanks.
If you want to kill your jizz potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the X Games, they'd be like, all right, we got Shane McConkey coming in, and he is pro-choice. And he's like, for sure, dudes.
Right. When Tiger Woods got in trouble for cheating on his wife when all those stories came out, Nike ran an ad with his dead dad's voice being like, "What would I think of you now?" talking about Tiger. And I think Nike was trying to like frame it like as like this you know, like they were trying to like use it as like the moment to get Tiger out of trouble by
Mhm.
being like, we're confronting it head on and we're talking about his dad and shame and guilt. So after this, we'll be able to do normal ads again. But I
Mhm.
remember watching it and just being like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Like, what does this have to do with anything? Yeah. This is way too personal.
Yeah.
All right. Dude, did you see this other article about there's an issue right now going on in America? Signs are getting stolen, specifically signs that have the numbers 420 or 69 in them.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of stokers are doing that.
608 mile markers in the state of Washington since 2012 have been stolen. Cost $1,000 to replace each new sign. So that means 608 grand have been spent replacing signs that have the number 69 or 420 in them. For those of you who don't know, 420 means the time to smoke bowls, and 69 is a sexual position for oral, dual oral.
It's nice.
It's very nice. And yeah, they don't know what to do. Like, how do you think we stop this?
How do we stop it?
Well, or the department has come up with their own version of how to stop it. So what they're doing is they're writing 419.9 on the signs now, or 68.9,
Yeah.
which is pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
They put the government in a position to have to be creative, and I
Yeah.
like the solution. And I think signs that say 419.9 or 68.9, like if I see one of those signs, I'm gonna crack up laughing because I'm like, oh, they had to change it to that because
Yeah.
otherwise people would have stole it because it said 69, and that brings me a lot of joy. What part of the pod should we do next? We're cooking. Questions?
Sure.
We got a lot of good questions this week. This is from Caitlin. What up? Shout out to all of my fellow female stokers out there. My name's Katie. I live in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I'm a big fan of the pod and follow you all on Insta. So my question is about politics and how to keep your cool when talking with someone who doesn't see eye to eye with you. I don't really associate myself with any political party. I just agree with what my intuition tells me and really feed off the vibes these politicians put out. I look to the inspiring lyrics in Ben Harper's song Burn One. My choice is what I choose to do, and if I'm causing no harm, it shouldn't bother you. However, in this day and age, people feel very strongly about certain political issues, and that's great. But living in the South, I find a lot of people that I just completely disagree with. Their vibes don't flow with mine. They just aren't woke. Most of the time, it's easy for me to drop it, but other times it's not. And ever since the 2016 election, I found myself angry or feeling animosity towards my family and friends. Do y'all have any advice on how to keep your chill while expressing views that you feel better the world to people who view things completely different than you? Thanks, y'all. Keep on keeping on.
It's hard to I guess it's hard to not get angered by people who have opposing views.
It's tough.
But I think the best thing to do is just not bring it up.
Yeah, that's always good.
Because especially, with people who have different views, you're going to get into an argument and nothing's going to change. You're just going to get into an argument about it. Like, there's no, how often do people change other people's minds?
Yeah, not often.
Yeah, so it's like, I think just sort of like focus on yourself. Be like, you can think that, but I feel good.
I always feel like it's a good opportunity to like be the best ambassador as possible for what your perspective is.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can get into one of these debates and like argue your side well without getting emotional, and most of all without being like super critical of the other person's morality,
Yeah.
then that person might leave that argument being like, all right, I disagreed with that person, but people from that side aren't necessarily bad just because they disagree with me,
Mm-hmm.
because you were able to like, be compassionate despite the disagreement.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would like just think of yourself as like a representative of everyone who has those beliefs, and then be like, all right, how can I be the best representative possible? And most of the
Yeah.
time I think that's through being kind and gentle.
Yeah.
So like, just do it for all of us,
Yeah.
Caitlin. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important to note that no one means, pretty much most people don't mean harm. They have
Yeah.
legitimate reasons for like believing what they believe in. So, just sort of take that perspective. Maybe like try to like see it from their eyes, be like, oh, I see it from your perspective because blah blah blah. But I don't think most people have like, evil intentions.
Yeah, no one wants the world to be worse or for like people to suffer.
Yeah.
And then I would say like, do make sure you know what you're talking about. Like a lot of times I used to watch like political arguments when I was a kid, like that were just happening in my, in my house or in friends' houses or whatever. And I'm like, oh, neither one of these people really knows what they're talking about, but they're both hyper emotional about it.
Yeah.
So if you can like keep the conversation to the points that you're talking about, and if the other person starts being like, hey, but your side did this, or my side didn't do this, it can get like off point really fast.
Yeah.
So just be like, look, these are the small things I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then if you can keep the topic narrow, you might be able to keep some of the emotions out of it.
Yeah. And I'd stay away from posting about it on social media too. That's the worst.
Yeah, that's
I'm like, why are you
the worst.
posting this?
Yeah.
Ew. Y'all need to know, okay? I don't need to know. No one asked me for your opinion.
All right, what up, Sultans of Stoke? Long-time listener, first time asking a question. I love what you guys are doing with the pod, and it's helped me through a lot of good and bad times. Glad to hear that. I'll try to keep this short. Me and my now ex-girlfriend met in high school and clicked and started dating, keeping a long-distance relationship going through college as we ended up going to different schools. It was an awesome relationship. We saw each other every weekend, raged hard with mutual friends, and just had an all-together great thing going. However, she's since graduated and is starting a new job, and I still have 2 semesters left. And long story short, we mutually decided that we both needed to focus on our lives because it wasn't working out anymore, and we split up after 5 years together. Even though it's a mutual thing, I still love her, and I know it's going to suck for a long time. Sorry if this is kind of a downer. No worries, dog. But I honestly have no idea where to go from this point. My Stoke levels have never been so low. I could really use some advice from you bros on any way I can get through this. What are some steps I can take to eventually regain the Stoke that I've lost? Thanks a lot, legends. Big P.
Dude, I would just it's tough, man. It's tough. I feel for you. But I think the things that in those situations, the things that make me happiest is when I kind of repeat this, but sort of get back to, focus on myself and like have sort of like what Arnold Schwarzenegger says about confidence. When you have a vision, everything you do is working towards that vision, and that's why you're sort of happy to be doing all of those things. So sort of like figure out, like you ended it because you want to focus on your lives, so do that, and I think you'll find a lot of joy in that. And I think the thing is to just not worry about what she's doing, just try and focus on making yourself feel good and then be happy for her.
I love that.
What do you think?
Dude, I think you got a million options. I mean, you've lost a lot because you went through a breakup. You lost the comfort and the security and the support of having a partner. But what you've gained is total freedom. You can do whatever the hell you want now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's one specific thing I could tell you to do. I just tell you to do all the things, man. Go exploring. You know what I mean? Go get in trouble. Go embarrass yourself. Go hit the dance floor, liquored up, and see if you can draw some attention. I mean, let's do it, dog. It's
Drop
like
down.
It's like in Mad Men when all the cigarette companies realize they can't advertise that their cigarettes are safe anymore. Like the Surgeon General won't let them, and then Don's like, well, then we can do any advertisement we want. Let's just start calling our cigarettes toasted. It's like, if you don't like where the conversation's going, start a new conversation. Change the subject. So don't think about yourself as a guy who lost his girlfriend. Think about yourself as a guy who's about to explore a whole new part of the world that you haven't seen. You're going to Lewis and Clark this brand new frontier of being single.
Hell yeah.
And I hope you meet your Sacagawea.
Sacagawea?
Is that how you say it?
Sacagawea.
Oh, there it is. Question. What up? My name is Daryl. Dudes, first off, I'm so stoked to be sending you a freaking email. Thank you, dude. Shout out to Strider and take ownership of your small dong. Anyways, ever since I heard Strider talk about his little dong, I've taken on the mindset that my little one is huge and I'm stoked. I met a lady and hopped into the sack with massive amounts of confidence, declaring, "You ready to see this big piece?" I unveiled and she was like, "It's not big." How do I convince her that it is?
Dude, I think you, my dog, I think you just may have exposed the major fallacy in fake it till you make it, you know? Like, major respect to your confidence and keep chugging along with that attitude, dude. Like, that's major. And, she's going to call it like she sees it, but that's her issue, you know? Like, she can think what she thinks, but in your mind, you still got a massive dong. And keep chugging along, and it's going to take you places. So, hopefully that didn't deter you from boning, you know, like still get after it and, keep that attitude going. I love it.
Nice. All right. Lady Dilemma. This is from Jack. What up, fathers of Stoke? I'm currently a 15-year-old freshman in high school who's having some lady problems, which has resulted in some low Stoke levels. The young woman I'm into has a minor relation with kind of dirtbag dude, but their bond has lately faded. And ours has flourished, except I feel like I'm in the potential interest zone, but also potential friend zone. We snap a lot and talk in good old math class, but sadly in 2 weeks our classes change and we will have no classes together for the next semester. Damn, I hate when that shit happens. She likes when I ask her how she's doing and when I drop in the occasional hair compliment. She's got flawless hair. This girl's really important to me because she's a really good person, also a solid 8.8. And during the last year, I've been friend-zoned too much to take it to another one. And last year, I've been friend-zoned too much to take another one. So it'd be amazing if the ambassadors of Stoke could give me some advice on how to get this girl, even though the ensuing semester with no classes together will hurt our relationship.
Is she still in a relation?
I don't think her and the other guy are, like, exclusive. I think they just kind of, like, mess about. Yeah.
Well, drop the bomb, dude. Ask her out.
Ask her out, dude. And honestly, bro, I've been in that situation before where you're just, like, super into a girl in high school and she keeps, like, hanging out with guys who you think are not super legit. And it's just something I suffered through, but it wasn't that bad in the long run.
Yeah.
But, dude, when you lose classes with someone.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I had a crush on this girl, Cheyenne. She dated, like, my best friend, Brooks, so I probably shouldn't even talk about it. But I did have a crush on her. I think Brooks always knew. He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, when we ended up not having any classes together the next year, dude, I would just sit there and stare at the classroom I knew she was in.
Is he looking?
Or
is that JT?
Yeah, they're like, what is he doing? I'm like, how's it going in there? Dude, or then you do have a class together and then like a super hot chick like drops out or like she's like, you're in class with her, you're like, yes. Oh yes, Tanya's in my biology class. And then one day you see her come in with like some paperwork in her hands, you're like, no, don't do it. Hands it to the teacher, the teacher's like gives her a hug goodbye, you're like, no. No.
Dude, yeah. I think to avoid getting friend zoned too, you gotta make the distinction. Like, you know, it's, like you're talking to them all the time, but you gotta like, you know, eventually ask them out so they know this is how you feel.
Yeah, I think you'll feel better if you just get it out of the way. So just go up to her and be like, hey, look, I've got a massive crush on you. I think you've been dating a lot of douchebags, and I think I'm the one for you.
Yeah.
And, dude, after she says no, you're going to have a lot more bandwidth to do it, other stuff.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. And, dude, and, I don't even fucking know.
Dude, I think dramatic, like, public declarations of love, it's for the other person, but it's more for you to just get it off your chest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When they say no, you still feel good.
Yeah, you're like, I gave it 100%. Dude, I was friends with this guy in high school, Trujillo. Dude, he used to just, like, ask girls out publicly in the most absurd, like, he'd bring, like, I didn't even know how, like, teachers would let him get out of class to go into another class that was, like, going on. Like, the teacher was trying to teach Spanish to the kids. He'd walk in with, like, 3 of his football buddies, and he'd have, like, 3 bouquets of roses, like 2 bags of chocolates, and like a mariachi band behind him. Last one's not true. And then ask out like the cutest girl in the class.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, dude, you are out of your fucking mind, man.
Yeah.
It never worked.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, I respect the fuck out of him for it.
He's probably super proud of all of them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like he loves the creativity of finding new ways to ask him out.
Right. Yeah. Like he's not being regular. He's taking chances.
Yeah.
What up, Stoke Gods? It's Chad from the East Coast. I have an important quest that needs your sage party wisdom. I'm turning 21 in a few weeks, and I wanted to know what the perfect celebratory drink is. I also wanted to say thank you for all you guys do. Chad, you have been a true role model for all of us fellow Chads out here. I aspire to keep your legendary status, and I believe partying right on the B-Day would be the first step of this lifelong quest. Keep up the great work, Chad.
Thank you. That means a lot. Dude, my first instinct, Long Island iced tea. Go hard.
Yeah, you get smashed on one of those, dude.
Yeah. And you're like, am I drinking am I drinking friggin' Arnold Palmer?
I just do shots. So yeah, a shot would be fun.
An adios motherfucker?
Adios, motherfuckers.
A pitcher. I did that in Cabo one time. Blacked out so hard. And then I took somas the next day.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can cut that out.
No, I'll leave that in. But not to be a nerd, just make sure you have a glass of water between each drink. Keep yourself hydrated.
Yeah.
And it'll slow you down a little bit. But you'll have a better night overall because you'll last longer. Matson, what up, bros? Appreciate the pod and positive vibes. Keep up the good work. So I recently got out of a toxic on and off 3-year relationship. She was extremely bond, but we didn't connect on every level and finally broke up for the 30th time officially. She's now seeing other people, as am I. Though I am not completely over her, I have been spreading my seed with various women about the town, using protection and Douglas lubricant, of course. Right on. It has been difficult to find a woman on par with my recent ex, so I am struggling to fill the void. So my issue is this. I still have a lot of X-rated material from her, and I still like to paddle the pickle to it. I am able to drain the dragon much quicker with her content compared to porn. Where do you dudes stand on keeping scandalous material of the exes and still tugging on the tube steak? Appreciate the advice, Matt.
First off, excellent jargon there when it came to choking your chicken. I've never heard at least 3 of those. I'd say with the X-rated material, probably delete it.
That's nice. Yeah.
I think that's the most respectful thing to do.
Yeah. This one's from Jackson. I just get straight to the point. I was super hammered and accidentally fucked my aunt. It was consensual, but it's my mom's twin sister and they are super tight. Ever since my aunt and I are super awkward to each other, mainly because my mom would lose her stoke if she knew I piped her sister. Help, dudes. Do I tell my mom or just let it go away? Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know, man. That's tough.
Yeah, I would not tell your mom.
No, definitely don't tell your mom.
I'd maybe ask a therapist.
Yeah, I would definitely go to therapy.
Or Dr. Phil. Maybe take it to like Maury or something. Those shows are good for that kind of stuff. I think that's kind of out of our range. But I think Maury or you know, Dr. Phil could really handle that.
Yeah. Congrats on getting laid.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, therapy sounds good. Thanks for writing in. All right, last question. This is from Sawyer. What's up, Sultans of Stoke? You guys are absolutely stellar. Every Wednesday is absolutely galvanized thanks to you. I feel super benevolent and stoked for the most part. However, I come to you with a long-term problem gnawing at my jibs. Ever since I can remember, I've had a weird bump on my chest that really kills my vibe. I Googled this thing and it's not harmful, but as a pretty athletic bro, I'm unstoked about it. Basically, I wear a lot of sweaters and don't take my shirt off. I'd love to become less self-conscious about this. How would you lads counsel that I achieve this? Love what you're doing. Keep spreading the love.
He has a bump on his chest.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
And I think it just like he feels self-conscious about it. He doesn't want to rip his tee off in front of people.
Oh. He's gonna own it.
Yeah, dude, it's really not that big of a deal. I knew guys who had not off-putting, but they had features that weren't traditionally attractive.
Yeah.
And they just made it work for them. It's really just a confidence game.
Yeah.
And if you're athletic and good-looking otherwise, which it sounds like you are, it's really not going to be a deal breaker for anybody.
Yeah.
And in fact, in the long run, as people get uglier and uglier as they age, if you can maintain your athleticism, people won't even notice it after a while.
Yeah.
Because everyone's bodies start to get weird.
For sure.
You're good, dude. And just have a good time, bro. All right, dude. What is our mission statement of the week, Chad?
Our mission statement of the week comes from our dogs at Quicksilver. If you guys want to sponsor us, we would not be opposed. Just saying. Quicksilver, one of the world's leading lifestyle brand, designs, produces, and distributes branded apparel, swimwear, footwear, and accessories. The brand is inspired by a passion for outdoor action sports, represents a casual lifestyle for young-minded people who connect with its board riding culture and heritage. Quicksilver's authenticity is evident in its innovative products, events, and retail environments across the globe. The company's products are sold in more than 90 countries in a wide range of distribution, including surf shops, snow shops, its proprietary board riders, club shops, and other company-owned retail stores, other specialty stores, select department stores that provide authentic retail experience for our customers. Sweet.
Dude, I think that one's kind of weak.
Yeah, I think it's a little wordy and like it doesn't really talk about their like core mission.
Yeah, there's no philosophy there. It's all about just like how to sell, like how they're gonna sell merchandise.
Dude, not to hate on Quicksilver right now, but I think that's why you guys are thought of as a little bit more generic.
Yeah, this feels that way, and this is definitely not as good as Ruka's was yesterday or last week.
If you had kept a little more soul in your mission statement, you probably still would be sponsoring Julian Wilson, Dan Reynolds, and Kelly Slater.
Yeah. Sorry, Quicksilver, but your mission statement needs a mission statement.
At this point, Ruka's number one.
For sure. All right, dude. Chad, who is your babe of the week?
My babe of the week is Miami.
Nice, dude.
I love Miami so much. Miami, I had so many expectations for you, and you exceeded all of them.
Nice.
You're a town of water with sun, warmth, delicious-looking people, nice bodies, tan, lots of different cocktails, good outdoor life, good food, kind of. I got the stomach flu, so I can't really talk about that right now. But I know in my dome that it's good. And I think it was good, even though when I think of food now, it makes me sick. Just like, everything I saw about Miami in Bad Boys 2 and Too Fast, Too Furious in the Shake Your Tail Feather music video, in the Miami music video by Will Smith, it was all true with the boats and stuff. And it's just like, in no other town can you really do that. I was amazed. It was so cool. Like when we went boating and like we went to like there's like, people are just out there partying. It's amazing, and it's just like very uplifting. And Miami, you got it going on. You're a total babe of a city. I think you are the babe of America.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's hard to say that with Orange County and San Diego, but
I would agree with you though.
I think Miami's a little bit sexier.
I think so too.
Yeah. Who's your babe?
My babe is Hannah.
Oh, you dog.
So Chad and I went to Miami with our friend Hannah, who used to kick it with us in SoCal but has since left for New York, chasing her dreams, so we're fully supportive. but I miss her a great deal. And you know, she's been on the pod before, and you guys know her for her rapier's wit and her ability to cut me down to size. And I got to tell you something, I love it, man. I love being around her. I love the way she can just like, if you get pretentious, she'll just stick it to you fast, man.
Yeah.
And she does it with really funny lines and just like and just like humility. She's like, even if she's like doing awesome, she seems to just always be humble, and I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just had a great time with her. She's always fun. She's always down, and like, and she's just a good friend. And yeah, I miss her. Like after spending a couple days with her, I'm just like, dude, I just need more Hannah in my life. She keeps it real.
That's awesome.
You're a babe.
Nice.
Who is your
Shout out to him.
What up, Hannah? Hannah Banana. Who is your legend of the week?
My legend of the week is the cop that let my dog Jimmy go. Jimmy's the big bro of my fraternity. We got Benihanas last night. What up? Even though it's the enemy establishment, I still enjoy your hibachi. Just saying. So Jimmy was a couple years ahead of me in college, and at one point when he was a sophomore, he built a half pipe in the back of the house he was living in, which was epic. And when they were gonna build it, they were going to the school was doing they were renovating one of the business buildings, so they had a shit ton of wood, and so he and his dog went to go take that wood to help build the half pipe, because you could save a lot of cash on wood if you just take it from like a construction site. Not the best thing to do, but they did it. So they're loading up the truck, getting that wood in. A cop, they're about to roll. They're like the last 2x4. They're loading in. A cop comes in, hits the siren. He's like, "Fuck, are you guys doing?" And his friend just bolts. And it was his car too. His friend just bolted. He's like, "Go get your friend." He's like, "Where'd he go?" He's like, "I don't know." And he's like, "This is his car. Why'd he run away?" And he's like, "I don't know." And he's like, "All right, just lay it on me. What are you guys doing?" He's like, "Look, officer, I'm gonna be real with you. We're building a super sick half pipe in the back part of my house, and we wanted to use this wood." And he's like, "Damn, dude. Well, let me tell you this. I could report you to the school and get you expelled, but I'm gonna let you go because I used to skate."
Nice.
He let him go. He didn't get him expelled.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. So stokers, if you're ever in trouble with the 5-0, maybe try to find a way to bond with them over mutual hobbies like skating. Just be like, "Do you like to ride horses? Because I'm an equestrian."
When your boy Jimmy told him the truth,
Mm-hmm.
dude, I think the truth gets you out of trouble way quicker than lies.
Especially with the cops.
Yeah, and because most people, especially in a high pressure situation like that, I suck at lying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not compelling when I'm lying.
Yeah.
But if I'm telling the truth, it's like people just seem to respond better to
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Unless you like murdered someone.
Yeah, then get a lawyer.
Yeah, then lawyer up, pal.
Yeah. Who's your legend?
Dude, my legend of the week is the modern Renaissance man, Kris Kristofferson. You may know him as Whistler from the Blade films.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, so the guy just think about Whistler from Blade. He just looks like he was born to be on camera. You know what I mean? He's got a great face. He's like ruggedly handsome. And he's just lived an incredible life. And this was brought to my attention by former Legend of the Week, Robert Vortrees. He's like, "Dude, you got to check out Kris Kristofferson's Wikipedia page." I did, and I got to say, dude, I am inspired. All right, this guy is born to a military family. He's an Army brat. He's traveling all over the country. He goes to college where he plays rugby, football, works for the school newspaper, and graduates summa cum laude in literature. Then he becomes a Rhodes Scholar, the ultimate scholarship, goes to Oxford University, where he is awarded his blue for boxing, played rugby for the college, and began writing songs. So he's doing a ton. After that, due to pressure from his family, he joins the military, achieves the rank of captain, and became a helicopter pilot. After like 5 years in the military, they offer him a teaching position at West Point. He says, "Nah, I'm going to become a singer-songwriter." Leaves the Army. His family disowns him.
Whoa.
So this guy's willing to sacrifice for the greater good, but he's still got to do him. I love that. He moves to Nashville. He's sweeping floors at Columbia recording studios, and he's writing music. He tries to get June Carter, Johnny Cash's wife, a tape of his, but Johnny Cash just throws it into a pile. So the urban legend is that on the weekends, Kristofferson was flying a helicopter for people in Lafayette, Louisiana, like doing transportation for them. He takes his helicopter, lands it on Johnny Cash's property, and gives him the music tape and says, "Give this a listen." Johnny Cash gives it a listen. It ends up being a hit, and then his music career is off, dude. He ends up writing all these #1 hits for a bunch of different country singers like Jerry Lee Lewis, Ray Stevens, Billy Walker. I don't know some of those dudes, but I know they're legit. And then ends up dating Janis Joplin right before she dies. And he has this successful career in music. But then he's like, that's not enough. Gets into film, dude. He's in Pat Barrett and the Billy the Kid, Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia. And he's doing all these good movies in the 70s. And then just continues to live the life of a legend. And beyond that, the guy just looks awesome. He's a good-looking, cool dude, and I dig that. And this is what he says he wants on his tombstone. Like a bird on the wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir, I've tried in my way to be free. I even like that he just put that information out into the world. And he's suffering right now from Lyme's disease, and he's up there in age, but he's a legend, and I know he's going to battle. So you are my legend of the week, Kris Kristofferson.
That's an amazing story.
Yeah, he's a beast, dude.
Nice.
Dude, who is your beef of the week?
This is going to be a controversial one. My beef of the week is with Steve Carell.
Whoa.
Quit it with the weird movies, dude. I'm not into it, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm a simple guy with simple taste, but you're getting weird with like the drama and all this different territory you're stepping into, and it's making me depressed.
He stinks in it.
Yeah, it's just he's becoming like creepy.
He stinks.
Yeah.
He's bad at drama. Dude, I saw all of his dramas. I saw Vice.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see Welcome to Marwin, but the reviews were ghastly.
It looks horrible.
And then he was in a Beautiful Boy.
Yeah.
Not compelling at all. He was terrible. He sounds fake. His voice sounds fake when he's in dramas.
Yeah.
He's like, listen to me, Chad. I really love you.
Yeah.
You're like, who sounds like that, dude?
Oh, dude. It's just like...
And he's so good at comedy.
He's so good at comedy. Like, why are you straying away from comedy? You're so good at it. He's so funny in, like, The Office and all that stuff.
Iconic.
And then he just, like, he comes off as, like, I see him in these dramas, and he just looks so, like, weird and creepy. I'm like, this isn't someone I want to, like, be like or any. I don't. It just weirds me out,
And we're all for people stretching their legs and trying new things.
Yeah.
But I think we've tried it, and I think we've come away with pretty clear results.
Yeah.
It's not working, dude.
Yeah. Stick to, like, putting a knife in a toaster and, like, telling the audience you ate a big red candle. It's from Anchorman.
Yeah, I think the
or running around with a grenade.
The marketplace is letting him know that it's time to go back to what works.
I hope so, man, because it's weirding me out,
He does have a weird energy in dramas and stuff, and I'm sure he's a super cool guy, but like it's not translating.
Yeah, just like go back to being goofy, like cut it out.
Did you see Foxcatcher?
No, I don't want to see it.
You might like him in that though, because
No.
he plays such a weirdo. No, I think you won't like the movie.
No,
you won't like the movie, but I think you'd like him in it. Yeah, that's a good beef.
Bad Boys 3 is coming out, and Steve, I hope you find a role in that. That's hilarious.
It's good beef.
Who's your beef?
My beef of the week is with John Sayles, the great American filmmaker, because I was watching his movie Lone Star when I was sick, and it's just this beautiful 2-hour Western that, like, half of it takes place in the 1950s, half of it takes place in modern times, and it's, like, all these different themes about what it means to be American, like whether you're black or Mexican or Native American or white, and, like, how we inherit the sins of our families. It's a really great movie. Like, I was really taken with it. But then, dude, there's this scene where the main character, Chris Cooper, goes to visit his ex-wife, played by Frances McDormand, who, for my money, is the best actress that ever lived. I mean, Fargo, Almost Famous, Laurel Canyon, 3 billboards. She just does great work forever, and she can do anything, and she's a national treasure. But so he goes to visit her, and she's kind of like mentally ill, and the way her mental illness plays itself out is she's just obsessed with sports. So she won't stop talking to her ex-husband about sports. Like, he's trying to ask her serious questions. And she's like, well, did you know that high school has a new kid, 6'5", 313 pounds with smooth feet? Guess how much he can bench press? And she just like will not stop. But dude, the details about the football players were all wrong. I'm like, John, you're this amazing writer and director. You did all this research into Texas. You know all this stuff about the cultural heritage of the state, but you know nothing about football? And how did none of the actors point this out to you when they were reading the script? Like, she's like, do you know what our DB runs his 40-yard dash in? And he's like, how fast? She's like, 3.4 seconds. The fastest 40 time in history is 4.2 seconds. Like, you could have just asked someone. There must have been a football fan in Texas who could have let you know what Bo Jackson ran the 40 in. And this made it into the final script, into the final edit of it. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then she's like, do you know how much that big offensive lineman bench presses? And her husband throwing her a bone, even though he doesn't want to hear about it anymore. He's like, how much? She's like, 350 pounds. Can you imagine all that weight on your chest? Like some kind of metaphor about like the world being heavy. I'm like, 350 pounds isn't that much for a strong offensive lineman. John, you're an Oscar winner. Like, do some freaking vetting and have a sports expert give you the right numbers for this shit, because you just threw me out of your movie.
That's a good beef.
3.440 time. What are you doing? A full second faster than any human in history? Are you nuts?
I feel the passion. I love it.
Dude, it's upsetting. All right, dude. What is your quote of the week?
My quote of the week comes from Frank Costanza. So he and the Costanzas and the Seinfelds, the parents, the Seinfelds are moving into a new place, Del Boca Vista. And they're at the Tonight Show watching Jerry, and the Costanzas are like, oh, we're considering moving to Florida. And Morty Seinfeld's like, well, don't look at any places at Del Boca Vista. They're all gone. They went like hotcakes. And Frank Costanza's like, are you trying to keep us out of Del Boca Vista? And here's my quote of the week. He calls Morty Seinfeld, and Morty Seinfeld's like, hello? And he's like, this is Frank Costanza. You think you could keep us out of Del Boca Vista? We're moving in the lock, stock, and barrel. We're going to be at the pool. We're going to be at the clubhouse. We're going to be all over that shuffleboard court, and I dare you to keep us out. And I love that they moved there for spite.
Yeah.
So, Frank Costanza, you got some balls, and I love it.
Nice.
And he's like, are you telling me there's not one condo left in all of Del Boca Vista? He gives this face. So good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, my quote is from the poet D.H. Lawrence, but I know it from the movie G.I. Jane, where Demi Moore is attempting to be the first female to join the Navy SEALs, but she's really a pawn in this larger political game between these senators who are trying to like look good by supporting a woman in the military, and some are trying to look good by not supporting her, but all she cares about is proving her worth on her own. And her antagonist slash mentor is played by Viggo Mortensen. His name is Master Chief. And when he's addressing the troops for the first time as they go into Navy SEAL training, he says this quote from the poet D.H. Lawrence. I never saw a wild thing sorry for itself. A small bird will drop frozen dead from a bough without ever having felt sorry for itself. I love that line.
That's good.
You know, I never saw a wild thing feel sorry for itself. I'm like, yeah, that's so cool, man. Like, if you're having a good time and you're letting it rip, dude, you don't have time to be like, oh, it's not working out. Oh, this could be better. Oh, this aches. You're just like, you know what? I'm just an animal. I'm just moving on instinct.
Nice.
So, good job. You know, big ups to the director, Ridley Scott, on that one.
It's a good quote.
I dig that movie. What was your... We've been talking a lot about movies. What was your favorite movie of the year?
Oh, yeah. Maybe Overlord?
Oh, nice. I didn't see that one.
Dude, super entertaining.
That was your fave?
Action-packed.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you?
My favorite of the year was Spider-Man, the Spider-Verse.
That's so interesting.
I loved it.
That's so interesting.
Because visually it was cool, but then I thought the storytelling was rock solid.
Yeah.
And I just loved, every part of it.
Yeah.
Plus Sway Lee on the soundtrack.
Oh, legend.
Yeah, with Sunflower.
It's just weird for me to go watch Spider-Man in animated form.
Yeah, can I run through my list real quick of movies of the year?
Yeah.
In order: Spider-Man, Roma, A Star Is Born, First Man, First Reform, Paddington 2, Won't You Be My Neighbor, The Hate You Give, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, If Beale Street Could Talk, The Old Man and the Gun, Crazy Rich Asians, Upgrade, 8th Grade, The Sisters Brothers, Beirut, Black Panther, Blockers, Searching, and Wildlife. I still gotta watch Shoplifters. That's my list.
Nice.
Anything else, dog?
I still haven't seen Vice. Have you seen Vice?
I saw Vice.
Do you
yeah.
like it?
It had some cool stuff in it, like in terms of storytelling tricks that I haven't seen in other movies. Like, it was very creative.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't like it because I didn't think it was like. And then I'm borrowing from my friend Greg Warner here, but like, there's one line. It was like Adam McKay hates the people he's representing so much in the story that I almost think he doesn't represent them enough as real people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Chaney goes up to like Rumsfeld. He's like, "Hey, what do we believe in?" And then Rumsfeld just starts laughing, like, "Ah," like, "Oh, you're so stupid to think we believe in anything." But it's like you were talking about earlier, like, nobody actually wants the world to be worse off. You know, most people think they're actually doing good. You know what I mean? I think they were just unconsciously motivated by the wrong things or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Then let me just do a quick ad for Anthony Schroeth and his wine brands, Premonition and Jackson Hole Winery. My de facto big bro. He taught me so much about life, and now he's teaching me about the vine. And there's no better teacher for either. So thanks, Anthony, for all you've shown me, and thanks for that great taste in grape juice, baby. It's awesome stuff. Check it out, Stokers.
Hell yeah. And we're also brought to you by Douglas Lubricant, the best in the biz. Guys, you love to bone, and you love to bone well. And when you bone, you need to bone hard. And that's why you need to stick to Douglas Lubricant, the best in the business for smooth boning. When you get in there, add some lube in there, and it's going to make the friction a lot more pleasurable. They got a nice tingly sensation, and it really just, knocks your socks off in like all the ways of that meaning. Hell yeah. And they're also going industrial. So if you have like an engine or like a squeaky door, throw some Douglas on there, dude. Make it function well. Shout out to Douglas. Oh, they have lots of flavors: orange, vanilla, anal, original.
Sweet.
So yeah, shout out to Douglas.
What up, Douglas?
Guys, that'll be it for episode 53 of Going Deep with Chad and JT. Thank you guys so much for writing in. Thank you for being stokers. For bonus content, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/ChadGoesDeep. JT, you want to say anything?
Boom clap, Stokers.
Later, dudes.
Yeah.
If you need advice,